Hello and welcome to the public involvement meeting for the US Highway 51 project from Exchange Street to Larson Beach Road. In this presentation, we will give an overview of the US Highway 51 corridor project, talk specifically about the Exchange Street to Larson Beach Road project. We'll talk about the project needs, the proposed improvements, the current anticipated construction impacts, the timeline for project delivery, and the next steps. The US Highway 51 corridor from I-39 in the east to Highway 1218 in the north has been being studied for many years. An environmental assessment was completed in 2021 that included 18.1 miles and split the project into 11 separate construction projects over the upcoming years. There are 4 areas of interest. There's the east of Stoughton section, the Stoughton section, the rural section, which is between Stoughton and McFarland, and the McFarland section. In the McFarland area, there are 3 separate projects. From Larson Beach Road to Vogus Road, shown in blue, from Exchange Street to Larson Beach Road, shown in red, and then from Exchange Street to East Tower Road, shown in yellow. The construction years are shown on the screen. From Larson Beach Road to Vogus Road is 2025. From Exchange Street to Larson Beach Road is scheduled for 2028, but could begin as early as 2026 if funding is available. And the Exchange Street to East Tower Road project is scheduled for 2026. Talking specifically about this project, Exchange Street to Larson Beach Road, the project highlights, which we'll talk about more throughout the presentation, include reconstructing the existing 4-lane urban section, intersection improvements, replacing and lengthening the Yahara River Bridge, a new pedestrian underpass at the Yahara River Bridge, and improvement of pedestrian accommodations. It is anticipated that it will be built under traffic, and the construction year, as mentioned, is currently scheduled for 2028, but could be advanceable to as early as 2026. This section of US Highway 51 is mostly a 4-lane urban roadway. There's a minor section that is rural on the south end of this segment. From Exchange Street to Burma Road is an undivided 4-lane section. From Burma Road to Farwell Street includes a 2-way center turn lane, and from Farwell Street to Larson Beach Road there is a median dividing the roadway. The posted speeds throughout this section of the road are currently 40 miles per hour. There are sidewalks and crosswalks in some limited locations along this section. There are environmentally sensitive resources on this section of the project. As shown on the screen in purple, there's a Section 4F property, Babcock Park, a Dane County park. There's an archaeological site, which is shown in red within the purple area, and there are wetlands shown in green. There will be impacts to wetlands and the park property. Project needs. The needs of this project are to address safety concerns, accommodate travel demand, address existing pavement condition, improve pedestrian accommodations, and provide for long-term planning and corridor preservation. We'll talk more about these needs on the following slides. First, we'll talk about the existing safety conditions. Throughout this corridor, there are unsafe conditions at intersections and access points, and there are high speeds throughout the corridor. On the screen, you'll see a legend showing the severity of the crashes and the crash types. Pay attention in particular to the red circles, which are rear-end crashes, and the orange circles, which are angle crashes. On this slide, we're showing the stretch from Yahara Drive to Farwell Street. As you can see, there are many red and orange circles, in particular around the Farwell Street and Severson Street intersection. On this slide, we're showing the section from Farwell Street to Larson Beach Road. Again, at Larson Beach Road, you can see several red and orange circles, particularly the red circles, which are rear end crashes. Also, take note of the Dale Road, Dale Curtin Drive intersection, which has several orange circles. Those are angle crashes and sometimes result in high severity injuries. The next project need is replacing the existing pavement. Typically, pavement will last about 20 to 30 years. The existing concrete pavement was installed in 1992 and is nearing that 30-year lifespan. As you can see in the pictures, it is in poor condition. As noted earlier, there are minimal existing pedestrian facilities along this section of Highway 51, and there are few ADA compliant crossings of US Highway 51. Next, we'll talk about the long-term planning and corridor preservation. As with any reconstruction project, we're looking to make sure that the facility will last far into the future. As part of this, we've looked at the traffic volumes 20 years into the future, or 2046 in this case, and we've seen that the traffic volumes could be as high as almost 21,000 vehicles per day by that time. As part of that, we review the intersection capacity and make sure that the intersections will be able to handle the amount of traffic that is going to be using this facility in the future. Next, we'll talk about proposed improvements. First of all, we are going to reconstruct the existing pavement with the following: 8 inches of concrete, 6 inches of base aggregate, and 16 inches of select crushed material as shown on the screen. Since the study was completed, there are several changes within this segment of US 51. We'll talk about each of these on the following slides, including the Farwell Street Severson Street intersection, the sidewalk from Exchange Street to the Yahara River, intersection alternatives at Larson Beach Road, intersection alternatives at Dale Road, Dale Curtin Drive, pedestrian underpass at Yahara River Bridge. We'll start by talking about the Farwell Street Severson Street intersection. During the study phase of this project, the traffic volumes showed that 2 southbound left turn lanes were necessary onto Farwell Street, creating a 2-lane eastbound section that merged downstream along Farwell Street. This also required that a median be installed between Farwell Street and Dale Curtin Drive. After reevaluating the traffic volumes during the design phase, it was found that a single southbound left turn lane is acceptable for the future traffic volumes. This allows less construction on Farwell Street and allows an access point to remain open between Farwell Street and Dale Curtin Drive. The next change was that south of the Yahara River, it was proposed to have sidewalk on the west side of the road from the Exchange Street intersection up to the Yahara River Bridge. We are currently now looking at installing the sidewalk on the east side to reduce the wetland impacts on the west side. The Village of McFarland and Town of Dunn are still in discussions about the installation of this potential sidewalk. The next change from the study is that the Larson Beach Road intersection is being investigated. There are 2 alternatives currently being reviewed. The first is a signal alternative similar to the existing intersection. The left and right turn bay storage would be increased. The main line or US 51 left turn lanes would be shifted to be offset of each other. There would be dedicated lanes on Larson Beach Road, and the signal equipment would be upgraded. The second alternative at the Larson Beach Road intersection is a multi-lane roundabout. The multi-lane roundabout would help to lower southbound travel speeds as they come into the McFarland area. The installation of a roundabout at this location would allow the speed limit to be lowered through McFarland to 30 miles per hour. The speed limit change would be approximately from Yahara Drive to Larson Beach Road. The roundabout operates better than the traffic signal, would likely reduce southbound rear-end crashes, make the crashes that do occur at the intersection less severe. An intersection control evaluation was completed and did recommend the roundabout as the preferred alternative, pending public feedback on the alternatives. The Dale Road Dale Curtin Drive intersection is also being investigated. It's currently a two-way stop controlled intersection, with traffic on Dale Road and Dale Curtin Drive stopping, while traffic on US Highway 51 free flows. The amount of traffic on US 51 can make it difficult to make turning movements from Dale Road and Dale Curtin Drive. The first alternative is to make no changes, which will not improve the safety of the intersection. The second alternative is to have restrictions of left turns out from Dale Road, Dale Curtin Drive. While this alternative is anticipated to make the intersection safer, it does create some indirect movements for those wanting to make turning movements from Dale Road and Dale Curtin Drive. In particular, those wanting to make left turns from Dale Curtin Drive would now need to take a right turn and make a U-turn at either the roundabout or traffic signal at Larson Beach Road. This alternative should result in less severe crashes and is the preferred alternative at this intersection, pending public feedback on the alternatives. The next proposed improvement is to replace and lengthen the Yahara River Bridge. The current bridge is not as wide as the existing dam on the west side of the bridge, meaning that the bridge restricts the flow of the Yahara River. There were also structural deficiencies found during the study phase of this project. As part of the replacement of the Yahara River Bridge, a pedestrian underpass will be installed underneath the north end of the bridge. An example is shown in the picture on the right, which is at the John Nolan Drive over Winger Creek crossing. Pedestrian accommodations will be installed on both sides of US Highway 51 from the Yahara River to the Larson Beach Road intersection. Pedestrian crossings will be added in several locations at the intersections, as well as ADA accessible curb ramps throughout the project. As mentioned earlier, there will be impacts to Babcock Park as the road and sidewalk are being reconstructed along its edge. As part of that, there are 15 mitigation items that are being proposed throughout the park. On the screen is a snapshot of the 15 mitigation items that are being proposed for Babcock Park. On the project website, there is a link to a map that can be clicked and descriptions of each of those 15 items can be reviewed. The improvements within McFarland support the long-term travel demand and capacity needs throughout the corridor. The things that have been discussed, including the intersection improvements, will accommodate the traffic that is expected on this corridor through at least 2046 and beyond. The project will be constructed under staged traffic. US 51 will be reduced to single lanes in either direction. The contractor will need to maintain access to residents and businesses during construction. The final details of the construction staging have not been completed and will be being worked on over the coming years. More information will be provided in the future. Business coordination. Please note there are tips, tools, and resources available. A new business coordination guide was created in 2021 and can be accessed on WISDOT's website, or please contact a member of the project team and we can help you find this information. We're here to help you. What information would help you? Inform customers about the projects, coordinate with suppliers, communicate with employees. Please let us know and we'll help the best we can. We're currently working on preliminary plans for this project and expect to deliver them in the spring of 2023. There will be real estate acquisitions throughout the project, and those will begin in the fall of 2023, with final plans due in spring of 2025. And as noted earlier, construction could start as early as 2026, but is currently planned to start in 2028. The next steps. Please submit your comments by August 24th, 2022. There are comment forms provided on the website, or you can contact either of the people on the screens through their email. Public meetings and outreach will continue for each project on this US Highway 51 corridor. If you'd like to find out more about this project or stay informed throughout the project cycle, please visit the project website as shown in the middle, or you can visit the website shown on the right and sign up to get emails as the project progresses. You can also follow us on Twitter at the address shown on the screen. Thank you for your interest in the project and for any comments that you can provide.